Hey Aquarius, welcome to your April 2024 monthly reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started, my friends, and jump straight in. I hope you're all doing well. You pulled the Five of Cups here, the Seven of Cups, the Death card, the Devil card here. All right, before you freak out and feel like, oh my God, April's going to be a horrible month, I don't believe that's the case. You have the Sun card here, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and then you have the Nine of Swords here. All right, let's get into this reading. It's very interesting. One thing that I am seeing you here really doing this month is like you're really having to get kind of serious about the things that you're wanting to build and the things that you're wanting to do. And I feel like at this time there could be a lot of disappointments that you have experienced in the past. And I feel like this month is going to be the month where you're figuring out solutions here based upon this spread. But it's like you're really having to like stay dedicated to the process of what it is that you're doing here, Aquarius. So that way it's like you can make it through the other side. And so, yeah, this is a deep reading, I would say. And there's a lot to this. And this is a real reading, right? I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. But let's go ahead and get into this reading and let's break it down. You pulled the Five of Cups here for the overall energy. Five of Cups is when we've experienced disappointment, hardship, and it's where we can get hung up on like emotional baggage or emotional things from the past. And I'm not saying you're hung up on anything from the past, but maybe you could be, right? Maybe there are some things here that you're dealing with at this time that are challenging you here emotionally to overcome and defy. Because the Five of Cups, he's trying to defy these emotions and make it through the other side of that bridge over the water. And he's trying to let things be water under the bridge. And he's trying to move on, but he's finding it difficult. And so I do see you being able to persevere and make it through. But however, I do feel like it's really going to take you to really concentrate and take things more seriously. You pulled the Seven of Cups here for your current energy. Seven of Cups is when our minds are now open to the possibilities. We've moved through the Five of Cups. We've accepted things with the Six of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is where now it's like we're starting to allow our minds and our imaginations here to look at the possibilities. And I think that's what you're doing here. It's like even though you've gone through tough things, it's like you're realizing here like, okay, I can move through this. Now I got to be open to new possibilities in regards to how it is that I want to move forward. And this Death card being in the challenge, I know that there's been something that's been very difficult for you because you're undergoing a transformation at this time. And the Death card archetype and the Death card energy is never easy, right? And one thing that the Death card does teaches us is like the more we can allow ourselves to surrender to change and transformation, the quicker we'll make it through the other side, right? You can see that sun going down in the back and it's very symbolic of it's about to be dark, right? But just like the cyclic timing and the nature of things, that sun will always rise again. And so you may be kind of going through a period at this time to where it's like you're really having to surrender control. Your advice here is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is where we have to take stock and inventory of our life and everything that we're doing and everything that we have in our life and where we're at. And we have to decide whether or not we want to continue to invest in things that no longer work for us, or do we want to continue to invest in things that will start to work for us. And so your advice is saying to start to invest in the things that will make your life and make your life better and improve the quality of your life. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus, Saturn is Taurus. Taurus is all about prosperity that endures. And Saturn is a planet of endurance. But there's challenges, there's limits, and there's obstacles that you have to first face in order to cultivate your prosperity, in order to cultivate a better lifestyle for yourself. And that's what I'm seeing you here progress into for the rest of the month with this Devil card. I don't think this is a negative Devil card. I think this Devil card is really talking about the archetype of Capricorn, which is what the Devil card is. It's Capricorn. And Capricorn is when we're really having to be critical and analytical and observant and objective about our circumstances in a realistic way, so that way we can see like what needs to be changed. And it takes tenacity, because Capricorn also rules tenacity. It takes tenacity to stick to the plan of improving things incrementally. And that's what I see you doing for the rest of the month. it's interesting that the Sun card is here in the position of something that you're unaware of. And so you may at this time not even be aware of what's on the other side. I was just talking about the Death card and how the sun is setting and how it's going to rise again. Well, here you have the sun here. It's like through this transformation, although there's a lot of resistance and a lot of challenges, it's like on the other side of this is your freedom, is your liberation, is your happiness, is your ability to feel like you can finally just relax and be yourself and things are good, right? And so that's where you're moving toward. You have the Nine of Swords here in the outcome. Nine of Swords is like the never-ending nightmare. It's the nightmare that, it's the stress and the anxiety of where we're feeling as if we're overwhelmed because of all the things that we can focus on. So it's important to, it's just what you focus on, right? The Devil card, Capricorn. Capricorn rules pessimism. We can focus on the pessimistic stuff, or we can focus on being more optimistic, which is the Sun card here. And accepting change and surrendering to change and understanding that these changes, as far as on an evolutionary process, are working in your favor to better the quality of your life and to improve not only your situation, your circumstances, but also yourself. And so this Nine of Swords, yes, you could run into the stress and anxiety, but you have a decision. You can either focus, by continuing to focus on the pessimistic stuff, it's like it's going to create that never-ending nightmare, or you can start to focus on positive solutions, which will help you get out of that nightmare. Look what came out, Capricorn. It says achieve. So again, this is like I was getting with that Devil card. Capricorn, what you're trying to achieve, you can't achieve, but it is going to take for you to be critical, analytical, observant of your behavior, of your actions, of your situation in a realistic way, and finding improvements and sticking to figuring out improvements and sticking to the process of those improvements. You pull Eye of the Needle, it says intentionality. This card's all about your intentions, and it's interesting that the Nine of Swords is here. It's because this person's intention is focused solely on the pessimistic things and the negativity, which is creating this spiral to where he's up late at night all the time, stressed out. And so this is all about your intentions. I feel like the universe is like wanting you to come up with, find like a positive intention and a strong reason why that you can focus on to help you gear your mind away from focus on negative things. You pull this Island card, it says detachment. Yep. Capricorn, Saturn, like you're reading Death card energy here. It's like when we have to let go, we have to surrender, and we have to detach ourselves from what's going on. And we have to get real with ourselves, and we have to start to look at and become more observant of our situation and how we can improve things. And so I feel like because this Death card is in your challenge, the hardest thing about the Death card archetype is that it is about detaching from the past and accepting the new reality and the changes that are going on. All right, let's clarify your reading here, Capricorn, or Aquarius. Whoops. Some of you may have Capricorn in your chart. Clarify this Five of Wands here for your overall. The Lovers. This could be a falling out in a relationship here, Aquarius. Maybe you feel disconnected from a relationship. But also the Lovers could be to where it's like you just feel like you're not in alignment with your destiny. You feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're trapped. You feel like everything that you've tried, it's like you just kind of maybe feel like a failure, or like nothing's working out. And life seems very difficult and hard, and you don't feel like you're in union and in alignment with desire, or not desire, I want to say, but in alignment with more so of like joy, right? And so, but the Five of Cups and the Lovers, the overall energy is like this has a purpose, right? The transformation that you're going through, there's a purpose here. It's whether or not you want to accept the soul lesson of it and go through that transformation. Clarify this Seven of Cups for your current energy. Pull the Four of Swords here. I feel like you're waiting here, letting things play out with this Four of Swords, Seven of Cups in your current energy. But this is good because I feel like what's happening here is like your mind now is really starting to focus on the possibilities and solutions, and you're getting creative. I feel like the situation is making you have to get creative in regards to how you want to move forward and the things that you do want to move into. Clarify this Death card in your challenge. The Two of Cups. Yep, I knew it. Could definitely be a relationship that's a falling out. Definitely relationships are hard, right? You know, if you're falling out with somebody or things are ending. This full moon or this lunar eclipse that we had in Libra, of course, Libra rules relationships, and so there could definitely be a falling out relationship or a relationship to something, whether it's a career, whether it could be anything in regards to you have a relationship with. Even the relationship with yourself with the Two of Cups and the Death card. Maybe you're just feeling like you need to change or that you're going through changes that are difficult. But the Seven of Pentacles is saying you still have a lot to be grateful for. You still have a lot of things that you can focus on that's positive and that you can build upon. It's just about letting go of the negativity and surrendering to the transformation, which is always difficult, so I do empathize with you. Yeah, Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Page of Swords is not asking why anymore. He doesn't ask the questions why, he's asking how. How can I do this? What do I need to do? Where do I need to look now? How do I focus on this? Or how do I understand this better? How do I understand that better? And that's your advice, Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, is start to figure out solutions and focus on the positive things here and focus on what you can build upon that you have in your life right now, or even the success and the progressions here that you have been making through this transformation. It's about recognizing that you're doing your best and that you are making leeway, even though the progress could be slow or it's not that much. It's like at least you're making progress. And if you can continue to learn from this, the better it's going to serve you to continue to make more progress. Clarify this Devil card in the future. You have the Hierophant here. Oh yeah, some of you, I definitely feel like you're getting it's interesting because, you know, the Hierophant, everybody says is like relationships. It could be a marriage for some of you. Maybe there's a divorce going on. The Hierophant could also be like your connection to an establishment, work, career. So maybe for some of you, it's like you're wanting to leave a career, but it's just like you can't yet because maybe you have like a contract or something like that. So you're having to like play it out. But the Hierophant could also be like our beliefs and our principles that we live our life by. And when we go through big changes in our life, that's when we really get serious about, okay, what are my principles? What are my values? What are my beliefs? And who do I want to be now? Like, I need to start practicing what I preach, or I need to start doing things here differently and living my lifestyle differently. And that's what I see a lot going on. That's what I see here going on here for the rest of April. And I'm just keeping it real with you in this reading, Aquarius. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't think you want me to do that either. Clarify the Sun card. You have the Seven of Swords. Woo. It's interesting. The Sun card and the Seven of Swords is like where we can be. And this is interesting because one of the things that I have read about is like being of service. Like when we're in a place that we feel miserable or sad, like getting outside of yourself, because the Sun card can represent the ego and the ego's desires and its wants and its needs. And the Seven of Swords, it's not always, you know, cheating, lying, stealing, right? Seven of Swords, Moon in Aquarius is when we get emotional fulfillment through being of service and sacrificing our own ego through that process, right? It's not like you're totally dismantling like your own personal self and personal desires, but it's like when you step outside of yourself and you start to do things for other people, that in and of itself will naturally give you happiness and will also probably help you on your direction and your path in life as well. So that's something to take into consideration that you may be unaware of at this time. Clarify the Nine of Swords and the outcome. You pull the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah, I still see you stressed out because you're having to move away from what it was that you once found valuable before, and you're having to move forward in your life. But understand though, the Five of Pentacles, even though they're walking away from something that is difficult, that once served them before but no longer does, they're moving into a better direction. You go from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. They do get what it is that they need, and they do get their needs met, and they do get the value that it is that they've been wanting for themselves to feel better. But it is a process. Let's pull a extended outcome here for you, Aquarius. Pull the Knight of Swords here with the Ten of Wands, and you pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords is about focusing on what needs to be focused on, right? We can allow our minds to drift in many different directions, and that's the flaw with the Knight of Swords. But his strength is where if he focuses on something that he really is curious about, or once he understands and defines his truth and what it is that he needs to do, then it's just like he can go fully into that. And the Ten of Wands, I see you here committing yourself to the process of something here and not giving up on yourself. And I think at this time it will require faith and dedication, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, but that's what's going to help you build the new playing field, or not even the playing field, but the new reality here of Knight of Pentacles that you're wanting to create for yourself. And I feel like we all go through these moments in our lives where it's like we have these catalytic breakdowns, but they're also catalysts into new forms of growth. And I think that's the best way to look at your situation. You pull this Chiron card, it says heal. So yeah, Chiron's all about our deepest wounds and where we feel wounded and where we feel like things just never look right or aren't looking right. But Chiron urges us to understand what that is and to heal ourselves and understand more and become aware of why we feel that way and how we can go about it. It's through that process of finding that awareness of why we feel that way and the things that we do need to heal that we become healed, for one, and then we're able to move through that death card energy and that transformational energy, that big change, difficult change energy, and we're able to embrace a new life. Pulled the Wall here, it says obstacles. I definitely do see a lot of obstacles here. I feel like it's your intentions that are really going to help you persevere through these obstacles, and having very strong intentions about what it is that you're having very strong intentions about creating a new reality that's more desirable and that's more pleasurable for you. You pulled this Honeybee card, it says community. Somebody could definitely be leaving a job here. Maybe it's stressful, maybe you got fired, I don't know, maybe you're just realizing like this ain't my purpose no more, I want to quit. And so yeah, if you find yourself moving into more, if you find your intuition is pulling you in a different direction, I feel, move in that direction. But also don't forget the power of community as well. It's like if you feel alone and isolated, it's good to get social. It's good to socialize again. It's good to connect as much as you can. So that way it's like, you're not isolated and alone. So keep going, Aquarius. You're like I'm telling you, this may be a little bit of a difficult month. I'm just keeping it real, but it's like in the difficulty is also where the rewards are when you embrace the struggle and you overcome the real obstacles that have always been keeping you back. So, and on the other side is the life that is prosperous. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius, in your reading. I do feel like there's happier times definitely on the horizon. It's just like you're having to stick to persevering through the obstacles. And once you do that, you fall back into alignment with this Lover's card for your overall energy. So that's what I got. I appreciate you, Aquarius. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. If you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Also hit the notification bell as well. And if you like the video, be sure to also hit that thumbs up button for me. And otherwise than that, Aquarius, I'm wishing you all the best. From my UFO to your UFO. I don't know, maybe your fucking UFO broke down. Now you have to fucking buy a new one. Maybe you gotta create a new one. Maybe you gotta ring your alien friends up and tell them like, hey, come pick me up. I'm trying to get home. Anyways, thank you, Aquarius. I'll see y'all later.